Picture this. You've just graduated college. You're eager to start your career. You open up a job board and see an entry-level position. Perfect. But wait, they want 3 years of experience and a master's degree for an entry-level job paying $15 an hour? What is going on with the job market these days? Why does it feel like even entry-level positions are out of reach for actual new graduates? And why has the hiring process become such a painful, dehumanizing slog? Today, we're diving deep into the bizarre world of modern job hunting. We'll uncover why companies make seemingly unreasonable demands, how AI is reshaping the application process, and most importantly, how you can game the system to land your dream job. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll have the insider knowledge to navigate the job market like a pro. Let's start with the hard truth. Looking for a job sucks. It's time-consuming, stressful, and often demoralizing. But in recent years, it seems like the process has become exponentially worse. Gone are the days of scanning the classifieds, mailing in a resume, and getting a call back. Now, we're expected to jump through endless hoops just to be considered for an entry-level position. Fill out this 10-page online application. Upload your resume, then manually input all that same information again. Take this 2-hour assessment. Do 5 rounds of interviews. And after all that, radio silence, ghosted. Left wondering if a human even looked at your application. It's enough to make anyone question their worth and lose hope. But here's the thing, it's not you. The system is broken. And to fix it, we need to understand how we got here. Our story begins in the late 1990s with the rise of online job boards. Suddenly, instead of being limited to local newspaper listings, job seekers had access to thousands of openings across the country. Great for applicants, right? Well, yes and no. While it opened up more opportunities, it also meant exponentially more competition. A job that might have gotten 20 local applicants in 1995 could now receive hundreds or even thousands of resumes nationwide. Companies were overwhelmed. How could they possibly sort through all these applications? Enter the next phase of our story. To deal with the flood of applications, companies turned to applicant tracking systems, or ATS. These are essentially AI-powered filters that scan resumes for specific keywords and qualifications. On paper, it sounds efficient. In reality, it's created a ridiculous arms race between applicants and employers. Job seekers now have to carefully craft their resumes to trick the AI into putting them through to a human. There are even AI tools that will optimize your resume to beat other AI tools. It's absurd. But it gets worse. Because these systems are so good at filtering out applicants, many companies have started tacking on extra requirements to job listings. They figure, why not ask for the moon? The ATS will filter out anyone who doesn't match perfectly anyway. And that, my friends, is how we ended up with entry-level jobs asking for 3 to 5 years of experience. It's not that companies actually expect to find that unicorn candidate. They're just letting the machines do the dirty work of rejecting people. Okay, so you've beaten the ATS and a human has actually laid eyes on your resume. Congrats! Now welcome to interview hell. Where companies used to do maybe 1 or 2 rounds of interviews, now it's common to see 5 or more rounds for even junior positions. Phone screens, video calls, take-home assignments, panel interviews, it's exhausting. And the kicker? After investing hours and hours into this process, many applicants still end up ghosted. No feedback, no closure, just nothing. Why do companies do this? Well, there are a few reasons. Risk aversion. More interviews theoretically reduce the chance of a bad hire. Diffusion of responsibility. With so many people involved in hiring, no one person feels accountable for making a decision. FOMO. Companies are terrified of missing out on the perfect candidate, so they keep looking and looking. But here's the dirty secret. Study after study has shown that extensive interviews are actually terrible at predicting job performance. All this song and dance is mostly just theater. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Why are so many entry-level jobs asking for years of experience? Part of it goes back to the ATS issue we discussed earlier. Companies figure they might as well ask for everything, since the machines will filter people out anyway. But there's also a more insidious reason many companies are trying to get senior-level talent at junior-level prices. See, during economic downturns, lots of experienced workers get laid off. When they struggle to find new jobs at their level, some will apply to more junior roles out of desperation. Companies know this, so they jack up the requirements hoping to snag an overqualified candidate on the cheap. It's a cynical strategy that screws over both new grads and experienced workers. There's one more wrinkle to this story. The tension between internal promotions and external hiring. Studies have consistently shown that internal hires tend to perform better and stay longer in roles. That makes sense, right? They already know the company culture and systems, but internal promotions create a domino effect. You promote Alice to manager, now you need to fill Alice's old role. If you promote Bob into Alice's role, now you need to fill Bob's old job too. It's a whole process. External hiring is simpler. You just slot someone new into the open role, but it comes with its own risks. Culture fit issues, longer ramp-up times, etc. So what do companies do? They create impossible job listings to discourage internal applicants. Sorry, Bob, you're great, but this new manager role requires 7 years of experience and an MBA. Guess we'll have to hire externally. It's a way for companies to have their cake and eat it too. They can claim they support internal mobility while still having the flexibility to hire externally whenever they want. All right, now that we understand why the job market is so messed up, let's talk strategy. How can you, as a job seeker, navigate this ridiculous system? Apply anyway. Those laundry lists of requirements, they're often more like wish lists. If you meet 60% of the criteria, throw your hat in the ring. Tailor your resume for ATS. Use industry-standard job titles and mirror the language from the job description. It's annoying, but it works. Network, network, network. Employee referrals often bypass a lot of the filtering nonsense. Plus, internal champions can push your application through. Focus on achievements, not just experience. Instead of just listing job duties, highlight concrete accomplishments. Numbers and data points are your friends here. Be prepared to sell yourself. When asked about experience gaps, have stories ready about how you've tackled similar challenges in different contexts. Don't be afraid to job hop. Loyalty is admirable, but in today's market, switching jobs every 2 to 3 years is often the fastest way to advance your career and salary. Keep learning, take online courses, get certifications, and contribute to open source projects. Show that you're constantly growing your skill set. The modern job market is, in many ways, broken. But armed with the knowledge of how and why it got this way, you're in a much better position to game the system. Remember, at the end of the day, companies need good workers just as much as you need a good job. Don't let arbitrary requirements or convoluted hiring processes discourage you. With persistence, strategy, and a bit of chutzpah, you can land that dream job. So go forth and apply to those entry-level jobs asking for a PhD and 10 years of experience. Who knows? You might just surprise yourself and them. If you found this deep dive helpful, please like and subscribe for more insights into the hidden systems that shape our world. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and don't let the broken job market get you down.